Here's how to get your video looking like this to this. You will need three kinds of lights: key light, fill light, and backlight. This setup is called the 3-point lighting setup, and it's a standard for filmmaking, and it basically looks like this. First up is the key light. The key light is your main light. The placement of your key light is very important because it can change the mood of your video. Placing it beneath your subject makes you look like you're shooting a horror movie. Putting it above creates shadows under the eyes, which also looks weird. You can also place it so it shadows half of the face. Hollywood loves this move because it adds drama and emotion. And if that's what you're going for, then go for it. But the most common placement for key lights is around 30 to 45 degrees just above the eye level of your subject. We use a Aputure 300X key light with an octagonal softbox. You can also adjust the power output of the light here to make it softer or brighter, or to light only the subject or everything around them. The distance between the key light and the subject will affect how harsh the light is. So next are fill lights. So fill lights are actually softer and smaller than key lights. So they fill in those shadows that you don't want. We use a Godox SL60W fill light with a narrow rectangular softbox. Place the fill light on the other side of the key light to fill in any shadows on your subject caused by the key light. You set up your fill light based on your key light setup because you're filling in shadows. Here is what the frame looks like without the fill light, and here it is with the fill light. Last up is the backlight. And the backlight is your key to making your videos look more cinematic because it gives your video depth. The backlight separates your subject from the background, which makes your shot more like 3D rather than flat. There aren't any hard or fast rules for backlight, so be creative and see which placement or angle works best for your videos. Just set your backlight behind your subject, facing the camera, and make sure it's not seen in frame. So that's the 3-point lighting setup, but you can actually use other kinds of lights to make your videos look better. Practical lights are lights we can see in the frame, like lamps or lights in a room. They add more dimension and depth to your video and help separate your subject from the background like this. Colored lights can add an extra element to your video, but you don't want these colors to clash because it can be distracting. So go get your color reels and figure out some cool color combinations. Some of the most popular color schemes are complementary colors, triadic combinations, analogous, or square. The camera you use doesn't matter. Even if you use a phone, as long as your lighting is great, then your video will look fine. So get creative with your lighting and your videos will go from good to pro in no time at all. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.